going to have this very special show. Hopefully we can make it every Wednesday, because you want to know when the crash is, right? You want to know when the crash is. You want to know when you can make a lot of money. So make money with us. We're going to talk to you about how you can get free money, how you can make lots of money during the crash. There are many ways to do it. So this is the first show. Hopefully, I hope to do this every week. And you know, we will update you on what's happening on the crash. So what best way to start other than trying to predict the date? Okay, we know some parameters, we have a rough idea, we do not know the exact date. Of course we don't know the exact date, but there is no harm done. We have talked a lot about the crash. It is definitely coming, and you saw me today. I met someone very established, Philip Tan, and he's gonna go to the course with me on Friday. There'll be another famous guy there, a rich guy, established guy, Johan Hamid will be there also. And there was also another guy from Egypt who suffered through a crash. So do you see, I hope you see a pattern here, because a lot of people don't believe it's coming, although they kind of know it has to come, you know, the 10-year rule. But everyone says it's next year, it's next year, it's end of next year. Okay. Guys, if you do that, you could be in big trouble. Okay, you are going to be in big trouble, because yeah, you are denying what is potentially very true, and you don't want to do that. Okay, what you want to do is really prepare for the crash. So I found a very great article. So if you see my clients, I hope you realize that a lot of them are very successful. They have a lot of gray hair, okay? They have a lot of gray hair. These people, guys, do not have time to trade. They don't. They want to make money. They have money. For example, Philip trades like, he makes like 100,000 US on his investments in the US. He trades options, you know, Tesla and all that. So these kind of people, they really cannot go ahead and keep up with the trades, you know, learning trading like the young people do, like most of you, right? You guys like the excitement and all that. You want to lose, and then you want to win, and then you want to always see the screen, and then you want to go through you want to go through the ups and downs of, you know, the market going up and down. Well, these people can't do that, and that's really the demographic that I am really targeting now. Because, you know, they have a lot of money. They can't afford to lose the money, which is good. You know, you can't afford to lose the money. That's always very good, because you do not want to be losing money on all this. And that you know, we kind of know when the crash is coming. I don't know whether this is purely speculative, but I always say that when you're going into something, I've learned this in manufacturing. When I was in Motorola, I worked over 3 countries, the USA, Korea, and Malaysia. So I learned this a long time ago, that, you know, if you want to be successful, you have to have a script. You have to have a hypothesis. It's a null hypothesis. So this, what I'm saying, is a null hypothesis. It may or may not happen. But if it does happen, you take advantage, you make lots of money. If it doesn't happen, you try again, because you remember, we are going asymmetric trading. I don't expect you to go to trades every day. Please don't do that. You want to do that, find another SAFU, okay? You know my clients, okay? They're all millionaires. So you want to be like a millionaire? If you want to know how millionaires trade for lots of money, you know who to learn from, okay? So let's start from here. This we call the Billionaire Mentor Coffee Show. You know, this is Darcidius, my mentor who's a billionaire. And this is why millionaires learn from me. You've seen them. They're very successful. They have gray hair. They don't have time to trade, of course. They want to make a lot of money because they have a lot of money and they need to protect wealth, okay? So what I teach is very different. And why do they come to learn from me? Some of them fly all over. Yeah, they fly from Europe to learn from me. Why is that so? Because it's very simple. I learned from a billionaire. I'm not saying I'm going to be a billionaire. Probably not going to make it anyway. But you see that coffee billionaire, coffee mentors show. So, you know, I'm just going to talk about yeah, the possibilities of the date of the big crash. Also, what I see happening in the market. So we're going to have a look at some charts, okay, so that you see what's happening in the market. Again, remember that everything is interconnected, okay? Everything is interconnected in the market. Let me fire up my Safari. Yes, my Safari is also there. You can see that today is October 3rd, right? So this is at 4 a.m., okay? This is at 4 a.m. Fed Chair Powell speaks. So he speaks after the market, which makes it quite dangerous to trade in the market today because anything can happen after 4. However, they expect some good news that the market may just go up again. Let's look at what the markets are now. Using this, I use this app a lot, Easy Markets. I can see a lot of things here, okay? So I find it much easier to trade, okay? Easier to trade. Not necessarily good, but it's much easier to trade. And I just love it. Yeah, USD JPY is up. The yen is up. And USD CHF is also up. And change product. What happened to the indices? Whoa, the indices are also up, threatening 7.7 again. So this is like another all-time high. Yeah, that's the all-time high here. And now they're threatening another high. So this is good. Okay, so you see the market's really rising. That's the daily chart. Yeah. That's the high. So we're threatening another high, which is what we want, okay? Because for the markets to for a crash to happen, you need the markets to go up. Let's look at the Dow again. I think yesterday the Dow made a high, right? 26,950. Yeah, it eclipsed the, can we see the previous high? Yeah, it eclipsed the previous high there. You see that? Yeah, it's higher. We have made a new high. That puts our script really where we want it. It means that the possibilities of the market crashing is good. And the possibility of us making lots of money is good, as I explained before. That's why millionaires come to learn from me, because I learn from billionaires. That's all there is to it. You know, if you want to be as successful as someone, I think the best solution is just go and model him. If you can't get close to a billionaire, I know, just work for him for free. Okay, so we're gonna call this the Billionaire Mentor Coffee Show. Hopefully it can happen every Wednesday. So let's talk about the possibilities, the possible dates of a crash. These are mere speculation, but let's get back to the basis of all of this. So our mentor, Darcidius, he's the mentor to billionaires, also has already told us, and he's been super accurate. Okay, he's been accurate about a lot of things. And you can ask my students this, including the results of the election in Malaysia. Surprisingly, even I was surprised that he was right at that. And he was right about many things, about the Bitcoin going up and cryptocurrencies going up to market capitalization of 1 trillion. He was also correct about cryptocurrencies falling down. In fact, he gave a sell signal way back in January, okay? Just said, get rid of it, okay? It's gonna go to 5,000. So his next prophecy is really the markets are gonna crash starting in November. Now, we're only on October 3rd, so we want to know how do we prepare for that? You know, what can we do in the interim, because it's still a month, right? When in November? Most of you are asking, like, yeah, like when? Is it the beginning of November? Is it the end of November? Is it November next year? No, it's not November next year. It's November this year, okay, 2018. So I urge you guys to really prepare for this. You guys really got to get yourselves prepared. I want you to get yourselves prepared. I want you to share this video with a lot of people so that they get prepared. Remember, if a crash happens and your friends or family really suffer from this or have to take massive financial losses because you saw this video and didn't share, then you have to take a share of the blame. So in order to avoid that, just share this video, okay? It will be very beneficial, and I'm sure that as the crash unwinds and comes, and because it's not going to take 1 year, it's going to take like 2 years, okay? Then I think many people will join our show on Wednesday, so many people will also benefit. Now, of course, in my secret Facebook group, for the clients that you know, most of them are millionaires, then there are even more than this, where I even give them my positions on what I am trading. But let's look at this thing, and we just go back and remind ourselves, okay? For the students, I'm going to remind you. For the non-students who just join us for our community, I'm going to tell you what Darcidius has said, or the Billionaire Mentor has said before. Now, you remember early in the year that he said that something was coming soon, that, you know, the Rothschilds, the empire would strike back, because there's no way that the rich are going to sit down and do nothing while we, the common people, get rich through cryptocurrency. And they have struck back with a vengeance, okay? They have struck back with a real vengeance, okay? And they pushed the cryptos down. And if you guys remember earlier this year, remember what Mr. Sidia said? He said that, you know, one of the outcomes of this rich guys pushing the markets down is that the Rothschilds will come back. There will be something called a gold coin. Now, we don't know what it is. Is it a gold coin? Is it a gold tied to Bitcoin? Is it gold or whatever? But definitely, we all know that fiat currencies could be in trouble. I think that is something that everyone knows for a fact. Okay, everyone knows for a fact that fiat currencies are definitely in trouble. Yes, he talked something about a gold coin. Now, this gold coin, and he even told us the value, right? He even told us the value of coin, which is like to the value of gold, which he said would happen, because this crash that's coming is going to be far worse than 2008. And a lot of people, again, are going to suffer. So I hope that you can use this knowledge to share with your loved ones so that they can do the right things and take the right preparations. Now, if they don't prepare, then they're going to suffer, but then they can take a reactive approach. We, of course, would like to take a proactive approach and actually enjoy the crash, because to me, it's very simple. The market goes up, you make money. The market goes down, you also make money, okay? It's the saying that, you know, bulls make money, bears make money, sheep get slaughtered. So don't be a sheep, you're going to get slaughtered. So this idea of a gold coin, surprisingly, around several years ago, yes. You see, get ready for world currency. This was actually way back in 1988. So economists already said, and you know who the economists are owned by, right? You should know. Then the rich is owned by the rich. So get ready for world currency. Look at this. It looks like gold, right? And it foretells here the end of fiat, or the loss of confidence to fiat currency. And I will tell you my opinions here. Of course, again, for me, this is the way I trade. Okay, guys, it's very simple. This is the way I trade. I don't expect my predictions to be dead right. I don't have to be dead right, but I have to have a script going in a big event like this, and I take action, okay? So it looks like gold, it looks like fiat. Of course, you see the US dollar there, and an article that came out today, you know, the article was actually in The Economist. It talked about the failure of fiat currencies, that it will have to be replaced by one central or one common currency. Now, people say it's gold, some say it's cryptocurrency, some say it's Bitcoin. It does not really matter. In fact, I think it's something that is going to be related to gold, or whether it's gold, it's going to be related to gold. And they have also given three predictions on the crash dates. Again, it doesn't matter if it's wrong. I will show you an event that happened on a date that was wrong, okay? And remember the word this, okay, gold, okay, gold. Let's see this. Let's write this because we can't forget it, in case I forget it, so I better write it down. I'm gonna write here gold, okay? You have to remember that in times of economic crisis, or when there is no confidence, okay? When there is no confidence in fiat currencies like this, gold always shines. Right? Yes, gold always shines. Just remember that. So when you see something that happened on a date which was obviously wrong. So supposedly the crash is supposed to start happening on 15th of August, 10th of October. That's kind of next week. So we're here to see what we can do next week, and 11th of November. Now, I'm more of the opinion that's going to start happening on the 11th of November, because if you look at the date of 11th of November, it's on a Sunday, right? It is? Is it on a Sunday? Yeah, it's kind of Veterans Day, right? Let's go and see the date here. 11th of November. Yeah, 11th is a Sunday. Okay, it's Veterans Day in the US. markets open on the 12th. Now, when you talk about gold, there was another significant event that happened on a Sunday. I don't remember it. I don't know, was I born yet that time? I'm not sure, okay? I'm not sure whether I was born yet at that time, but it also happened on a Sunday. I think I posted it on my YouTube channel that Nixon, announced that the US dollar was going off the gold standard 1972, if I'm not mistaken. And at that time, there was a video that I posted today on my Facebook where Jim Rogers said that he lost a lot of money. He was long Japan, and Japan just fell. Okay, so again, politicians like to give things on a Sunday, and the market wakes up on a Monday and everything falls. Okay, you guys know about Black Monday, right? Yeah, kind of like that. You kind of have this sudden fall or sudden gap down during the weekends because of an announcement. So, we await what President Trump will announce on 10-11. Just be careful, okay? I'm not saying it's going to fall like 1,000 points in a day, although that did happen. I'm just saying that you have to be careful. It could be the start of something that gets progressively larger and larger and larger, okay? Now, the other date that to watch out is 10-10 is next week. So we have here several common items here, which is gold, which is the no confidence in fiat currency. And yeah, we have the date. So let's see how this is related. I'm just going to talk about gold tonight. I think that's very, very obvious, okay? So let's look at, let's look at the date 15/8. Now, when you talk about fiat currency here, before we do that, I know this is US dollars, okay? But this was in 1988. At that time, the US dollar was not doing very well. It was depreciating a lot, because the countries of the world decided to depreciate the US dollar in 1985 to the Plaza Accord. That caused a lot of hot money to flow into the US, causing and triggering the 1987 market crash, where we could see that Michael Lee's friend made 50 times his money. So in crashes, you do make money if you do know how to do it, and that's what we're after. So this year, the US dollar was very strong. I am even thinking that rather than the US dollar, okay, guys, sorry for you Europeans out there, especially Johan, because, he lives in Belgium, he invests in the USA, and he's Malaysian. I think this is going to be the euro, okay? I really think that this currency, the fiat here, that's going to be affected most by this crash is going to be the euro. You look at the euro, they have problems there. You look at the Turkish lira, which just imploded all the way to 7 against the euro. I think today is 5.9. You have problems in Italy, and Italy could really be escalate like Greece. And then what is a Grexit, or how do you put Italy zit, like Lyzit? I don't know. Find a name for that. Okay, just find a name, Lyzit or whatever it is. Remember, share this video, okay, so that people can benefit for it. So Italy could really be impacted, and that would cause a major shockwave in Europe that would reverberate around the world, because this causes panics, this causes knee-jerk reactions, and those knee-jerk reactions could affect other currencies, which cause them tumbling, and then which eventually will actually snowball into a massive crisis, which is what we are waiting for. So let's see gold. What happened on 15/8 on gold? Yeah, so dollar index sustained bounce, euro USD bounce fades. Euro USD, the euro went down against the USD yesterday because concerns on Italy. Gold went up. Crisis, gold goes up, right? Crisis, gold goes up. Remember that? And it's back down again. Yeah, so this rebound has not been able to sustain. The USD is going back up again. So let's look at gold. This is gold. Yes, this is gold. Remember that when we talk about fiat, I'm thinking that the fiat that's most impacted will be the euro. Okay, let me take some of these out. Yeah, just call your friends here. Okay, come on, call your friends here in case they also get into trouble. and they're trying to trade these things without actually knowing what to do. So gold has been on a major downtrend. What is this? This is the daily chart. Look at that. Major downtrend since its high of what, 1,350. And look at this. Okay, gold just went up yesterday. Why? Because of the Italian problem. Remember that? Whenever there is a crisis that involves fiat, gold always goes up. Now, I personally think that, you know, gold here is, you know, I'm not even interested in trading gold. Okay, so I advise all my rich millionaire clients, very simple, start buying gold on dips. Again, buy on dips, because I think that once this thing starts rolling, yeah, you will have spikes like this. Okay, you can have spikes like that going up, straight up like that. Now, of course, if there's nothing, it goes down. So, you know, may go down again and then spike, may go down again and then spike to all that. But I think gold is really a buy. Even if it dips towards 1,000, it is really a buy, because if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Definitely gold is going to go back up again. So again, major spike here, and gold has been trying to go up. Let's not blame gold. It's been trying very hard to go up. Let's see in the previous crisis. You guys want to see this? Yeah, let's try to go to the weekly chart. Wow, look at that. US Euro USD has gone down. USD JPY has gone up, up and away. Yeah, let's see the previous crisis. Way back in 2008. Remember that this crisis is going to be far worse than the previous crisis. Okay, so in 2008, look at the bottom there. Gold went up. Well, that's 672. I'm not sure. We can't get that accurate. What is this? Yeah. It's probably 680 all the way up to where are we now? Yeah, about 1,900, right? 680 to 1,900. I'd say that's 3 times going up. Okay, that's just 3 times going up, and that's a lot. How many years was that? Let's see. From the bottom here, 13 October 08. I don't know what this is. 29th August 11. That's about 3 years. Okay, 3 years gold went up by 3 times. So you could have set this out, and man, your gold holdings would be multiplied by 3 times. Okay, if you're using leverage, much more so. So it went from 600 all the way to 1,900. So if gold, if there is a crisis, then of course, what you expect from gold is quite simple. Get out. Yeah, it's probably going to go up like that. Let's see that on gold going up like that. Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to even surpass this. So it's going to go way higher in a crisis. Now, I'm going to show you something that's very interesting, because let's now go to the predicted dates. Okay, the predicted dates of the crash, and you know, these dates were predicted. Did something happen? This is most interesting, because if something did happen, then hopefully we can make a right trade on the 10th and also a trade on the 11th. Okay, so let's go to okay, August 15th, right? They said the crash would be August 15th. Now something happened. Look what happened on August 15th. I always said, right, that you know, something significant has to happen, you know, for the market to crash. Then something has to make a low for gold, or for the market, it has to make a high. Okay, then it can start going down. Low, gold will low, and then maybe start going up. So it seems if you follow this chart now, this is the 15th. Gold actually went down to a low on the 15th, 1174, and it hit the low on the 16th. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing, right? Something is going on here, you know, something very fishy here is going on, right? That gold actually made a low, 1161, right? Yeah, that's 116. Yeah, 1160. See that? See that screen there? 1160 on that date. So we have to wonder. Just look. I want you to look at this wave very carefully. It looks like something that is about to go up. So, you know, I'm just giving you hints. You know, what do you think will happen on what do you think will happen on the 10th of the 10th of October? I don't know. I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you guys now. that you guys can really think. Is it going to be something like that? Because this looks like a very bullish pattern that is just waiting to go up. Okay, it had many false alarms. Okay, you see that now. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I hope, again, I don't think the crash is going to be on the 10th, but I'm going to start with some trades anyway. So do you understand what I mean? That if we hit a new low or we go below 1,200, is at 1202 or 1201, I'm going to buy gold just waiting for something to happen on the 10th or 11th. Okay, and there's a way to do that without incurring too much risk, where you buy and you spend a little bit of money. If it doesn't happen, you lose a little bit, but if it happens, you make tons of money. So again, very weird that gold is waiting for something to happen. So are we going to get something like this? I'm just going to draw several scenarios here. Okay, I'm just having fun here. Okay, just having fun here. And draw several scenarios here. Are we going to have something like this in gold? Yeah, I don't know. I want to draw this. Okay, are we going to have something like this in gold? And then, it corrects like that. And then it goes like that. I don't know. Or are we going to see something like a crash happens, and remember what happened in 2008, right? Crash happened, it goes down like that again. And then from here, it breaks up like that. We don't know. But you see, I'm just drawing out the scenarios here so that I'm ready for the trade. And when I have this kind of story in front of me, then I am really able to trade. But yeah, I would expect this level to be broken. Yeah, the thing is now with this formation here, I think you're going to see a doji, right? Yeah, you're about to see a doji here, which is not really inspiring confidence. You have this big Marubuzo line, then you're going to see a doji. So yeah, we might go into a correction, but it doesn't break the overall structure that this is really very bullish. In fact, what you can see here, maybe it goes this way. Okay, maybe it goes this way. Maybe it goes like that. I don't know. Maybe it goes like that. And then you're going to see a lot more candles there. Okay, the markets are not really accurate. All I know is there is already a structure there in the market that is really ready to explode. And that ready to explode is something that I'm excited about, because now the stories that I'm telling really do make sense, right? It looks like they are going to happen. And of course, if you see something happening to gold, don't forget its cousin silver. And you can see a similar pattern here, right? In fact, it's gone deeper. Okay, it's gone even deeper. So again, if gold goes up, silver will follow. Degree of silver following gold is actually higher. Okay, and what else do we have here? Aha! Our favorite Bitcoin. You just look at the structure of all of this. It's a very funny structure. And if you look even at Bitcoin, right, it's just waiting to go up. Okay. But again, you saw Darcy's prediction. He predicts that before it goes up, might go like that, and then go like that, and then only go like that, depending on really what happens. Again, for gold or Bitcoin to gain the confidence of everyone, as I said, for gold and Bitcoin really to gain the confidence of everyone, there must be a full-blown currency crisis. And looking at the euro, that could be it. Although we don't know, we don't know. We might think that is going to happen in the euro, but the US dollar could be impacted. Maybe there's too much debt because of the quantitative easing, the printing of the US dollar, or the US dollar is kind of in a good position because they've started to raise interest rates. So that could reduce pressure on the US dollar. Not so for the euro, and that could really be a problem. So if you want to really go, and they just go to the economists, can also go to the, okay, start reading this, guys. Get ready for world currency by 2018, okay? So yeah, it's coming soon, guys. So this is January 9th, 1988, 30 years from now. Americans, Japanese, Europeans, and many people in other rich countries and some relatively poor ones will be paying for their shopping with the same currency. Aha! Or your prices will not be quoted in, prices will be quoted not in dollars or Deutschmark, that was the German currency then, but in, let's say, the Phoenix. Yeah, rising from the ashes, right? The Phoenix will be favored by companies and shoppers because it will be more convenient than today's national currencies. which by then will seem a quaint cause of much disruption to the economic life in the last 20th century. So, you know, people say this is Bitcoin, or is it a gold coin? Could be that. Could be Bitcoin, could be cryptocurrencies, could be a gold coin. Either way, you see the structure there that gold and Bitcoin are waiting to go up. Of course, it could go down first, but as then, you know, just putting together the story from Darcidius, and I think this is true for Bitcoin, as it is true for a gold, although he did predict Bitcoin to go to 4K before it goes up. You know, he did say that, you know, when the markets go down, the big fish are buying. So yeah, maybe. And I also have been reading that maybe, you know, the governments, especially the government of the USA or the guys who control the gold currency are actually buying up, have already bought up a lot of physical gold. So they already control the gold market now. Okay, so this is what I want you to be careful of. This is the first show today, so we just showed the structure of gold, that you know, this is really playing to our story here, whether it's Bitcoin, it's like digital gold, right? Or whether gold, yeah, or silver, or even gold here. Yes, yeah, it looks like it's doing that kind of pattern, you know, and then going up again, and that should really be the start of the crisis. If this is a currency crisis, then gold is just going to go up many times over, and there's a lot of money you can make. You know, if it goes up 3 times like the 2008 crisis, you can make a lot of money. Okay, and on another show we can even calculate the amount of money that you can make if gold goes up by a lot. Yeah, on Saturday, you know, because if we know that cryptocurrency may be the standard after the recession or whatever, or after the great market crash, or after the loss of confidence in fiat currency, then you can join my free session, okay, my free session to make free cryptocurrencies and to generate free cryptocurrencies, free money for you, so you can start collecting cryptocurrencies. And then when it goes up, you know, there's no capital involved here, it's all free. And if you you know, if you are able to do that, then one day, yeah, you're going to make a lot of money too, right? If cryptocurrency is indeed the digital gold. Okay, so again, what I've said again, the way we trade is not, we don't expect you to be in out of the market. Is that if we know what is happening, and we know that this is going to happen because we have the advice of a billionaire mentor, what we do is take trades and then just wait for the event to happen. And I'm going to take a trade next week because this is every Wednesday, right? So next week is kind of Wednesday. So let's see what happens, okay? And then you can see the way of my trading, and then we're going to do it, you know, we're going to do it and wait for many events during this big crash that's coming. And that's where we then, you know, there are probably going to be a lot of events in this crash. We need only one event to make a lot of money, guys. We need one event to go 20 times, 40 times, 60 times, 100 times. I don't know which one. If the first event go 100 times, good lah. Make money lah. Don't have to trade lah until the recession over. Or you can do again. Or if the first time goes 10 times, good or not? Hey, good lah. And then, you know, the next time you can trade 20 times and maybe you get 100 times. I don't know. All I know is that there is an event that's happening and then that's going to happen. Do we need physical gold? Yeah, you should long AXU USD is similar to gold, or you find something that is kind of a proxy to gold, like a gold ETF that's backed by real gold, you know, because with AXU USD, it's a very leveraged product. Again, to be safe, unless you are a very experienced trader. I don't know whether you are. If you are a very experienced trader, then you can use less leverage. Don't use so much leverage. Okay, less leverage because it's going to move a lot. So you don't need to risk yourself. However, if you are not an experienced trader, then please use very low leverage. Don't try to make a lot of money here. And here I tell you a little bit of what I'm doing and the concepts behind it. Again, for me, it doesn't matter, okay? The thing is, if you want to make big money here, you have to go in a little bit. And one day, when you are really good at practicing these moves, okay, this is why I put here, right? You got to make the moves, guys. You got to be making the moves here. You got to start making your moves. A small move, and then you're used to that small move. You make a little bit of money. Doesn't matter. One day, when you make a move, the thing will go up like that. you know, during a recession. We told you, right, during a crash, we know the instruments that will go up by a lot during a crash, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, 100 times. But if you don't make that little small move like that, see that, you know, if you do not make that little small move like that, guess what? You're not going to even catch the big move. So you got to be really, really, really ready for now. Okay. So, okay, guys, that's it for now. And I hope to see you in the next session next week. Remember, this is the channel for the crash. Okay, guys. Bye. See you later.